What's up, guys? Welcome to the Static Thoughts channel. I'm your host, Jarrell Hicks, here to bring you a video on academics and complex parting ways, also ending everyday struggle, and I'll answer the question, is Joe Budden and academics coming back for a kind of, reunion with the Everyday Struggle Part 2 on a different network? But before we start with the video, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe on the channel. It'd be much appreciated. Let's get started with the video. Also, another plug-in before I start, my main channel, the Stats Free Sports channel. If you're a sports fan, follow that. That handle is good for all social media platforms, all the major ones: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, couple of the other ones, Tumblr, all that. So, if you're a sports fan, follow me on my main channel, Stats Free Sports. Let's get started. So, before we get started, well, we are starting now with the video. This is really the content I'm talking about, not the plug-in stuff. But before I get started with detailing what happened between academics and complex, I want to get started and say I've been an academics fan since 2015, so 5 years now. I've been a Joe Budden fan, Joe Budden podcast fan for 3 years. I was not a Joe Budden rapper fan at all. I think he's garbage, still do to this day. I don't understand where the hype comes from. About he's so lyrical, miracle stuff, whatever. But that's another story for another day. I've been a diehard academics fan for a while. Let's say 5 years. He was streaming with all those girls and the thoughts and all that. Look, I was there for all that. I was young too. I was like 18, 19. So, yeah, I was there for all that. Fun times. Um, Joe Budden took over the podcast game last 3, 4 years. I've been there for all that as well. I caught on a little late, but that's I came in and watched all the old stuff and caught up with the new stuff. So yeah, so let's get to the video. The real stuff. So academics broke the news yesterday and broke the news to me. I don't know if it was out before that, but I don't follow Nadeska, I don't follow Wayno, I don't follow Complex. So to me, he broke the news. He had I can't even talk right now. He said he had an announcement. He's gonna announce on Twitch. The announcement was him and Complex are parting ways, and also Everyday Struggle is over as well. Now, well, before I say that, the show will be ending December 17th, I believe, his last show. Now, if you're a fan of the original Everyday Struggle show and just been keeping up with the numbers, they've been struggling. They've been struggling since Joe left. That's not even an issue. As Akademiks said himself, he's been there 3.5 years. Joe was only there 9 months, but left a lasting impact. You know what I mean? That has been felt since Star took his spot, has been felt since Wayno took his spot. Then that those some big shoes to fill that they couldn't fill. It just couldn't happen. You know what I mean? They tried to, bring Star in, who was, some people would say, similar to Joe. It didn't work. And that left, and he left real messy and bad, beefing with the complex and the desk and things like that. And Wayno, mild mannered, chill guy. I'm familiar with him a little bit from behind the scenes stuff in music. I haven't been behind the scenes. Don't get it twisted. I've just seen him around in pictures and videos and interviews, things like that. A long time ago. So he's been around. He's real knowledgeable, but he's still not Joe. So the numbers were taking hits since Joe left, obviously. But I really want to break down academics, what he said on Twitch and on IG Live. So when he announced it, it's done. Cool. I haven't seen personally Everyday Struggle video. Excuse me. I haven't seen an Everyday Struggle video in like 2 years. When Joe left, I didn't see one episode with Star. I didn't care to. I seen clips with Wayno though, a couple clips here and there over the years. I think Wayno been there for like a year and a half, 2 years. I seen clips here and there, but other than that, I've never seen a full episode. Didn't need to, But breaking down academics live a little bit, one of the key points that stood out to me was academics. Let me see. Academics not going with Joe to revolt to do stay of the coach, not stay of the coach, not to do that show, but to do something with Revolt and Joe Budden. So basically, and I love this part because I felt this way as a man myself. um, Akademiks detail in his Twitch that, or on Twitch, that Joe Budden, as we all know, if you're a fan of both, you already know they're still cool to this day. Joe Budden went to revolt for millions of dollars. That's fine. That's public record. He's been saying that for a while. So everyone thought, and the rumor was, Akademiks coming over too during that time when Joe Budden left Complex. Akademiks contract was up pretty soon after Joe's. Everyone thought they would continue the show over there or some iteration of the show. And what happened was, as Akademiks said, Joe got the millions from Revolt, but Diddy / Revolt never came to him directly. They came. Diddy and Revolt wanted to talk to Akademiks through Joe, and as a man, I felt that. There's no way in the world, I'm not your son. And there's no, Akademiks has beef with Roy and Maul from the Joe Budden podcast, but he made fun of them doing this segment. But I understand that. I'm a man. I'm my own man. I felt the same. I've done the same things before, not worth millions of dollars, but a lot less. You know what I'm saying? But I've made the same decisions that before. Should I follow something I know is going to work in Joe Budden, being Akademiks? Or should I stay here, get the bag myself here, get it, not the same bag, but a similar bag, and to a show that's not going to be the same without Joe? I myself had certain things, like I said, not money-wise similar, but similar things. Should I go here, but the place or the people that's here that's better than where I'm at now, they're not respecting me. As a man, as a businessman first, why would you, as Diddy and Revolt, why would you go through Joe Budden to talk to Akademiks? As Akademiks said, I have my own lawyers. I'm a man. I'm a businessman myself. Why would you go through Joe to talk to me? And that's as a businessman and as a man. So I understand his mindset in saying I couldn't follow Joe. At that time, at that mind state, I couldn't follow Joe because they didn't respect me, and I don't want to be viewed as Joe's son. Okay, I need Joe to succeed. So he stayed, got the bag. Whatever Joe wanted from Complex, he didn't get. But they wanted to keep Akademiks so bad, he got what Joe was fighting for. So he won at the end of the day. And Akademiks is a household name now, kind of, sort of. His face is known now. Before Everyday Struggle, his face wasn't known. It was just, the guy with the good videos, quirky, jokey type stuff. Now he's known. He got a new mansion, got cars, got all that stuff. So Akademiks has made it. Now, will Joe and Akademiks team back up on a different platform? I say no. It can't happen. It can't happen because the time and space is just different. It's not the same. It won't be the same. And we'll tune in as fans. Well, I won't. If it happens, I won't tune in. Because I know it won't work long term. Only because it's not the same. Joe is a millionaire now, a couple times over. As Joe said before, he wasn't putting on a show. He was putting on a show. He wasn't faking, being on Everyday Struggle, the intensity, the hollering, the screaming. But Joe has changed since then. That's been 3 years ago. Around 3 years ago. Joe has made millions since. Joe had calmed down since. On all his platforms, the podcast, State of the Culture, Everyday Struggle, not Everyday Struggle, but every time you see Joe has not hollered in a long time. I'm a Joe Budden fan. Joe doesn't holler anymore, doesn't scream anymore. He's calm. He's made millions now. He's set. He's good. He's a good businessman right now. He's in a good spot with his podcast. Joe is not doing none of that extra stuff he was doing, and I don't think he will revert back to that. And Akademiks, who was set in his ways, in the internet ways back in the day, with a certain viewpoints, I believe has changed as well. So if they link back up, which I think will never happen, ever happen, maybe like a one-off, but not a full-time thing. It won't. I don't think it will happen. It can't happen because they know for sure, and Akademiks alluded to this as well on Twitch. they've spoken, because Joe knew about it first before it was official, and he said they've spoken. And then later on, or early on, whatever, Akademiks said he's focusing solely on his podcast right now and for the future. So yeah, I don't see it happening at all. The fans want it, but I don't want it. I don't think it'll work. To be honest, they're not in the same spot money wise. They're not in the same spot. In their business, in their outside businesses. So but when they're together, it'll be cool. It'll be nostalgic for an episode or two, but long term it won't work. So that's it for video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.